Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, Tucson, Arizona. Listen, get up, get up, get up. Good morning to everybody. Good morning. Let's get it started. Let's go. Get your Captain Crunch, get your favorite
The
city
crunch.
roll because it's the Fresh Start Show with Dr. Hope. And my co host, Tom Cortez, is in the building. Lesson, let's go. We are excited on this morning. Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's Fresh Start Show time. Get up. Let's listen in. We're thankful for all of our listeners who every Saturday morning listens to us every Saturday faithfully. Thank you to all our partners and supporters. We truly, truly appreciate you, and I constantly get notifications by people and members of the community of how the Fresh Start Show has been a blessing to you, and you've been listening, you've been learning, and to all our brothers and sisters who are formerly incarcerated or who is still incarcerated on their way out from being incarcerated. We want to just show you some love. We just want to send some positive vibes and energy your way to let you know that you are not alone. We want to also let you know we are praying for you, and we're excited for the new opportunities and the new doors that is coming your way. Listen, October 19th. You want to meet us there, beat us there at the TCC from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. will be our Fresh Start Expo at the Tucson Convention Center. You don't want to miss it. We're going to be helping people with their legal issues. We're going to be helping people with felony-friendly employment, family-friendly housing. We're going to be giving out free haircuts, clothes, you name it. Plus, our vendors are going to be there from mental health, behavioral health. So listen, you don't want to miss it. That is the Fresh Start Expo. October 19th is going down at the Tucson Convention Center, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. So just keep it locked. Also, on July 13th, we are hosting our smaller event called the Fresh Start Empowerment Clinic. And the Empowerment Clinic will be at 1940 East Silver Lake at the Goodwill Building. You don't want to miss it. The same time, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And it's Warrant Day.
Hmm.
Did y'all hear me? Warrant Day. We are focusing on warrants, misdemeanor warrants. If you have a warrant in city courts or a warrant in justice courts because of tickets or because of some misdemeanors, charges or whatever, we want you to come down to the clinic and we're going to help you address those warrants. Yes, we will still be helping people with tickets and helping people court fees and fines if you have some other issues. So still come on down, but our big focus will be Warrant Day. Warrant Day resolution. We're going to be doing what we can to squash these warrants, resolve these warrants, so you don't have to keep looking over your back when you are driving. So keep it locked. That is July 13th, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. at 1940 East Silver Lake at the Goodwill Building. We are thankful for our partners with Goodwill. We're thankful for Lance Meeks for allowing us to have this partnership. And so we're very, very, very thankful. So listen, you don't want to miss it. This would not be possible without the leadership of Lance Meeks and the leadership of Goodwill wanting to partner with us to help us continue to help people get back on their feet, restart, redevelop, and rebuild their lives through Fresh Start.
Hmm.
So keep it locked on the Empowerment Clinic that's going to be coming your way next month. So we are excited again for another edition of Fresh Start. We know that so many people are impacted when they get a felony. When you get a felony, it follows you for the rest of your life. And so we know that's not fair. And so once you pay your debt to society, you should be able to wipe the slate clean and get a brand new set of life. But we know that's not always the case in this country. In Arizona alone, hundreds of thousands of formerly incarcerated people that have felonies are disenfranchised to vote, disenfranchised to get a quality job, disenfranchised to get housing. I
Hmm.
mean, you name it. It's collateral consequences that have been designed to marginalize, disenfranchise, also dehumanize and demonize many of our brothers and sisters who have been incarcerated. But Dr. Holt wanted to encourage you today that despite the hiccups, despite the setbacks, despite the adversity, despite the mountains that you have to climb, don't give up. If you quit, I guarantee you your future will not happen. Don't give up. If you don't believe in yourself, you are exactly right. It will not happen. Don't give up. Today, me and Tom is trying to encourage my brothers and sisters who've been incarcerated to not quit. Do not quit. You're too legit to quit. Don't give up. You must continue to press on. Don't quit on your hope. Don't quit on your faith. Don't quit on your dreams. Don't quit on the windows of opportunity, because they are there. But don't give up. Continue to fight on. I know you're sitting, maybe even listening to us in that prison cell, but that's not who you are. That was a choice, but that's not who you are. It's what you do that defines you. And if you want your definition to change, and if you want your definition of who you are to shift, it's going to be what you do from this moment on. You got a few more months before you coming out of prison. You got 6 months before you come out of prison. Start preparing yourself. Start taking classes. Start getting certifications. Take some of those educational opportunities, so when you release, you got some credentials. You got somebody that can vouch for you and say you put your time in, you put your effort in far as being educated and learning, and now they want to give you an opportunity. But don't quit. Whatever reason, that's just in my heart to just tell you to not quit, because you're too close now, and you're too close for a breakthrough. And I know the systems are against you. I know the decks have been stacked to marginalize you, but don't quit. Don't give up. Keep the faith. If you keep pressing on, the odds are on your side. If you show up, the odds are on your side.
Amen.
If you do your natural and watch God do the super, the odds is on your side. What's going on, Tom? We're just trying to encourage the city today.
I love that, bro. Don't quit. I mean, and get ready to get out, and get ready and be prepared for what's going to happen. And, we're dealing with a whole new system now. We're dealing with people who care. We're dealing with the Department of Corrections that actually wants to do training and behavioral health and those types of things. And we're dealing with a parole system that doesn't want to lock you back up. But here's the thing. They do lock you back up.
Yeah.
You do get violated.
Yeah.
And why you get violated? Because you think you can do it on your own.
Yeah.
And you can't.
Right.
And we are here to help. And constantly we are here to help. And whenever you think that, man, I don't want to do this for another day, do it for another day. Do it for another hour, man. Because after that hour, you're going to feel better about the previous hour. And you're going to move forward a little stronger than you were previous to that. So start building your strength for what's going to come against you, because a lot is going to come against you. And there's a lot of people out here that want to stand with you. Yeah. And there's a lot of people out here that will fight for you. And we were talking about it earlier. How you doing, bro?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
There's actually people that want to wait there for your answer.
Yeah.
And they're going to wait for you to explain exactly how you're doing, because they actually care. And that's the beautiful part about Fresh Start, because we sit and listen. And not just us, the public defenders, the county attorneys, the judges, every resource that we have that comes out to our events. I mean, the ladies that do the haircuts from Sports Clips. I mean, it's absolutely incredible that every person that gets on board with Fresh Start, if they weren't that way to begin with, bro, they become that way very quick, where they are the most genuine, engaging people that you ever want to talk to, because they are genuinely concerned with our future.
Yeah.
And that's the beauty of Fresh Start, bro. And we talk about it, that you just don't realize the impact that it has. I mean, let's think about the woman that drove on a suspended license for 20 years. And now, because of Fresh Start, she's driving every day, bro. And it runs through her head that I don't have to think about getting pulled over.
Yeah. Yeah.
because I have a warrant out from because I don't have a license because it's been suspended.
Yeah.
You know, the people with the fines. You know, I don't have a bench warrant out for me because I went to Fresh Start and took care of that. You know, coming in July, we got an election coming up, bro, where we're voting for a sheriff, and please
County
let me tell
attorney.
you, Pima County has had some difficulties with the sheriff's department. The county attorney, we're voting for a new county attorney. We don't want a new county attorney.
Yeah.
We want the county attorney we've been working with for all these years that has a heart for people, not recidivism.
That's right.
Right? She wants to restore. She wants to transform people's futures that have been incarcerated because she actually cares about what you were incarcerated for and why you were incarcerated. And can we help you?
Yeah.
Can we help you establish the strengths and the tools that are going to help you be able to provide a sustainable wage to provide for your family so you don't have to go and do all of this crazy stuff trying to cut it, right?
Yeah.
Bro, the impact we have is immeasurable because it in the smallest ways. We talked about the woman that got her kids back because it was a misdemeanor on her record that kept her from having custody of her children, and she got her kids back.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, bro. I mean, what we're doing is changing not just a day.
Yeah.
We're changing lifetimes.
Yes, we are.
You know, and we're basically erasing the mistakes. I mean, we always say, you know, mistakes should be life lessons, not life sentences.
That's right.
And when we start to treat those lessons like something that we are learning from,
Yeah.
we can be successful in the future, bro.
Most definitely. And you heard it. So don't quit. Don't give up. That's our message for this Saturday is to encourage somebody not to give up, not to give in. Don't pick up the flag of surrender and begin to quit and give up. Yes, it may be tough. Yes, it may be hard, but you got to choose your heart. In this life, you have to choose your heart because everything is hard. So choose what you want your heart to be. You know, it's hard to be overweight, but it's also hard to go in the gym and lose that weight. It's hard to be sick, but it's also hard to maintain your wellness. It's hard to live in poverty, but it's also hard to go back to school and get you an education, get you a degree, and put that sacrifice in. So today I want you to tell you to choose your heart because life is hard. No matter where you turn, no matter what you do, life is hard. So choose your heart today. I'm going to choose my heart. Yeah, so I want you to choose your heart today. It's hard to sit around and just let your felony drown you. Or you choose your heart. And it's hard to say, you know what? I'm going to go to that 9th interview this week. I'm tired. You know, I put in 5 interviews. 7 said no because they did a background. Choose your heart. Life is hard no matter where you go in every aspect of life. So you get to choose your heart. Which heart are you going to choose? I'm going to choose the heart that's going to make my life better. I'm going to choose my heart that's going to make me more healthier. I'm going to choose my heart that's going to make me more wealthy. It's hard to be poor, broke, and disgusted. And it's also hard to build wealth. But which heart am I going to choose?
Yeah.
I'm going to choose building the wealth, right?
Yeah.
You get to choose your heart. Everywhere in this life is hard. But you get to choose and develop your heart. Which heart are you going to choose? Are you going to quit and say, you know what? I'm just going to drink up my sorrows. I'm depressed because I got this background issue and it's really challenging. I'm tired of everybody telling me no. Yeah, I don't fit in, all of that. Choose your heart today and don't quit. Don't quit. Don't give up. Do not say I don't believe, because if you don't believe, nothing is going to happen. Do not watch your words, what you're saying. The death in life is in the power of the tongue. Jesus even said that the words I speak are spirit and they are life. Words have power. And if you're saying that I'm going to quit, you're going to quit. If you say I can't make it, you're right. You can't make it. If you say that those doors won't open, guess what? You're right. Those doors are not going to open. You got to start speaking life. You got to have an accountability partner, somebody that's going to hold you accountable. Somebody's going to get in your face and challenge you and remind you that you're still wondrously made in the sight of God. That just because the system sees you one way, that doesn't mean that God sees you one way.
I knew you before you were in the womb. Bro, I mean, 6 months, a year, 18 months. When you walk in the door of the prison, start preparing to get out. Don't wait, man. And you know what? Your preparation prepares you for what you're going to confront.
Yeah.
So all of the things that you're doing now are going to prepare you for the day you walk out.
Yeah.
Now, if you're preparing for life when you walk out of there, you're going to be prepared to move forward. If you're preparing to go back in there, you might as well not get out, because there are so many opportunities that are being made available now that gives us successful futures. If you're going to see a guy about a job, then why don't you take with you the information that says he will get a tax credit and he will get bonded by the federal government if he were to hire you? That gives you a step up when you walk into the interview, because you're already prepared. And you're prepared for that question. Have you ever been convicted of a felony? Yes, sir. But here's what I can do for you. I can offer you these federal programs that are going to offer you a $5,000 bond. They're also going to insure you for the period of my employment that I work here. If you were to do your homework, you would find that there are so many, the WIOA, the Work Innovative Opportunity Act, $10,000 for anybody from a disenfranchised group that wants to do the tiresome paperwork in order to get $10,000 in order to get an education or a vocation that you can move forward into a sustainable wage that you are able to support you and a family with that job, because you took the time to get up, pull them by the belt loops, put one in front of the other, and do it the right way each and every day. And when you do that, you start to see little successes. And then you start to see people who looked out the corner of their eye start looking straight at you and saying, man, you're doing good, man. What are you doing? What have you done? You took the time to research what was available to you, which gives you a step up in every interview you walk into, every interaction you walk into, because you were prepared. So start preparing each and every day, not to do prison time, to be free, because there's a whole bunch of people out here that want to help you be free. And be free to make decisions that in your life you haven't made before, because we continually look for somebody to tell us we're going to fail. And if you're looking for that, you're going to find it. If you're looking in the world for somebody to tell you that you're not good enough, you're going to find somebody to tell you you're not good enough. But I'm telling you the truth, you are good enough. And I know from almost 30 years of incarceration that the Department of Corrections, that every prison system is filled with people that are extraordinarily talented, with gifts and talents that could produce, but because of some shortcoming that they've never worked on, never even understood that they needed to work on, has held them back. Let's start working on those things. If you start working on those things and you expose the things that have been holding you back, I'm telling you, there's going to be somebody there that hears what you say and it's similar. And when it's similar, you have strength in numbers. And a chord of three is so much stronger than one, bro.
Yeah. You heard it, man. Listen, don't quit. That's what we're trying to encourage you. We're not saying you're not human. We're not saying you don't feel. We're not saying you don't get frustrated, because you will get frustrated. I'm not simply saying that you won't feel lonely, because you will feel all alone. I'm not saying you're not going to feel the harder that I push 5 steps forward, I get kicked back 10 times in the wrong direction. I'm not saying you're not going to feel that, because you will get frustrated and stressed sometimes. It will seem like the harder you work, everything is falling apart. But we're telling you, don't quit and don't give up. You are too close to your turnaround. So while you may be still in prison, work on yourself. Work on yourself. Get educated. Rehabilitate yourself. Do the things you need to do to get well and to get whole, so that you can be the best version of yourself. We're not going to allow systems, and we're not going to allow politicians, we're not going to allow sometimes even government to define who you are. You get to define who you are. And what you do is what's going to define you. Yeah. So if you want a new definition of yourself, you got to change your thoughts and you got to change your actions. Change how you think, change how you behave, and you get to change your whole turnaround and your whole situation and your entire trajectory. The opportunity is yours. You get the same 24 hours a day like Bill Gates.
Yeah.
You get the same 24 hours like Oprah Winfrey. You get the same 24 hours like any major successful person. The question is, what do you do with your 24 hours? So if you get the same amount of 24 hours as any wealthy or very successful person, the question is, what do you do with your 24 hours to maximize the moment? What do you do with your 24 hours to maximize every single opportunity that come your way? Listen, my friends, I'm going to tell you that some employers may not never hire you, but that does not stop you from being successful. It may mean you need to do something on your own. It may mean you might need to open up your own business. It may mean that you need to go get your own license and become something very, very successful and something special. The opportunity is yours, but don't give up. Don't quit. Be the best version of yourself. When you come out of prison, people are going to try to label you as being an animal, or label you as being a thug, or label you in all these type of unfair practices of labor and people who've been incarcerated. But don't label yourself. Remember, what you do is what's going to define you. So how do you want your definition defined? It's going to be based on your actions, right? How you get to choose that. You get to choose that. Yeah. You get to design that. You could get to label yourself. What you do is what defines you.
Mr. White out there at the orientation, he works for the Department of Corrections. He does the programs out there. He says it all the time. Labels are for jars, not people.
That's right.
You know, you were wonderfully made, fearfully and wonderfully made. You know, and you are equipped. You just don't know that you're equipped. You know, you have opportunities. You just don't know you have opportunities because you've never taken them before. You've never taken the option to choose the direction that would flourish your life.
Yeah.
We've always taken the option that we're not any good, so we're just going to prove it and make sure that everybody believes it and not be any good.
Yeah.
You know, it's time to start using the gifts and talents that you were born with. And when you do, people are going to notice that. And they're going to notice you. And there's actually people that are watching you and looking at you now to see what your next move is because they're somewhat impressed by you. And why somebody could be somewhat impressed by somebody in prison, I don't know, bro. But somebody's watching you. Is your next move going to bring life to their life, or is it going to be death to their life? So every opportunity that you have, every movement that you make, every word that you can't be unspoken. When you speak those words live out there. So speak success, speak life, speak all of those things that you want into your life, and you're going to get them.
That's right. That's right. You heard it from Tom. Speak life, not death. Speak life. All right, Tom, what we got in the community?
Man, we got the orientations going on. We've got the 13th. We're going to have the event out there for warrants. If you got warrants, please get out there, man. If you need jobs, we're going to have people out there for jobs. We'll have sports clips out there. DKA is going to be out there. The judge is going to be out there with the acupuncture and stuff. We're going to have some law students and opportunities for people to work on their paperwork for the October event. And please get out there. Let's get it done. And please come out there and register to vote, man, because we're going to have registration for voting out there. And we got an election on the 31st that we need in Pima County people that are geared toward restorative justice, transformative justice, and people moving forward and not labeling them for the rest of their life. And we need people to come forward that can add housing and that can add employment. We need people to step up and say, you know what? I want to give people a fresh start. Whether it be a job, whether it be a house, whether it be a family that's trying to move into someplace and a felony is keeping them from doing that. If you're a landlord, step up, man, and give some people a chance. You won't regret it.
Yes. You heard him. So we want to see you on July 13th, Fresh Start Empowerment Clinic, 1940 East Silver Lake, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. is warrant day. So we're excited. We're looking forward to you seeing us and being there. So listen, we want you to keep it locked. Go to Amazon. I got a lot of books out there. I don't push it enough on my show like I should. But go out to there. I got the new Black Trauma book out. We got Trauma in the New Public Health Emergency and Education out. We got
Stop Bleeding on People That Didn't Cut You is a wonderful book, man. If you've had trauma in your life and you've been in prison, please read that book.
Yes, so go check that book out. All right, we out of time. God bless you. Thank you. We're here every Saturday morning at 7:30 a.m. Continue to support the Fresh Start movement. Yes, we are a movement, and we believe that your mistake should not be a life sentence, but only a life lesson. So God bless.
Amen.
Take care. See you next Saturday. Fresh Start.
Fresh start.
I didn't even have to go to school for all that, bro. I did. I get to live it. When's the new show?